Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
Lancaster High School is the site of Week 8 of basketball on Friday Night Lights on Buffalo Toronto Public Media, a partnership with Section 6 presented by Villa Maria College. Hello, friends. Welcome to the Java Gymnasium inside Lancaster High School in Lancaster, New York. Jack Kreuzer, PJ Cauley with you. Thanks for starting your weekend off with us. We've got a great ECIC I boys hoops matchup for you tonight as the Lancaster Legends host the Orchard Park Quakers.
Two teams very familiar with one another, whether it's on the hardwood or any of the other sports we offer for young people. This is a rivalry right here, Orchard Park, Lancaster.
It should be another edition of epic proportions as Lancaster and Orchard Park square off for the second time this season. It was Orchard Park who won the first meeting as we take a look at the ECIC I standings on BTPM Create and the BTPM YouTube channel. Lancaster sits second to last in the division with just one league win so far. Orchard Park, having lost to Jamestown earlier this week, they fall down to the third spot with a 5-2 league record. They've still got a chance at that number one spot in ECIC I, but they'll need some help from teams playing Jamestown in the final 2 weeks of the season. The Orchard Park Quakers recently have been up and down. 2 of their 3 losses this season have come in the last week, PJ, with a loss this week at Jamestown, and then, of course, last weekend at the Center Court Classic, they lost at St. Joe's.
They have lost those 2 ball games out of their last 3, but this is a very good basketball team with good size for Coach Chris Frankowski. In those games they lost, they're hoping they're going to yield some positivity as we move to the playoff season.
Head coach Chris Frankowski, you mentioned him, 8th season at the helm. He's got 112 wins under his belt. But the one thing evading him, Coach Cauley, is a sectional championship. He's still yet to win one. Could this be the year in Class AA?
Well, it always could be the year. You know, they have outstanding athletes, but AA, very, very tough bracket.
The spotlight player for Orchard Park tonight is the heart and soul of the Orchard Park Quakers. It's Weston Cummings. The senior guard stands at 6'2". He's a captain, doesn't lead the team in any statistical category, Coach, but he had a season and career high, 17 points last time out against Jamestown.
He may not lead in any category, but he has ink in all categories. And as you said, he is the heart and soul of this team.
Let's flip to the other side. The hometown Lancaster Legends, 7-9 record this year, 1-6 in divisional play. Recently, they've lost 4 straight, with the first meeting with the Orchard Park Quakers coming on January 23rd, a 62-84 loss at the home of the Quakers. Since then, it's been a trail of league losses for the Legends.
Yeah, and you look at most of them, they're giving up a lot of points. That's going to be their challenge tonight. Keep Orchard Park out of the paint and don't give second chance opportunities.
Second-year head coach Craig Krempa looks for his 11th win in 2 years. He's doubled the win total from year 1 to year 2 already, still looking to build off of his coaching career.
Yeah, you know, this is an athletic team, but when you look at them, there's not a lot of seniors on their team. So that's been a challenge, the growth and maturity of the young players Coach Craig Krempa's putting in the ball game.
Spotlight player tonight for the Lancaster Legends is a heart and soul player as well, the junior guard at 6 foot, Ryan Hartwig.
Oh, I know him very well. You know, he's an outstanding athlete. He's a competitor. His challenge today will to keep his team poised and ready to go throughout the whole 4 quarters.
Hartwig leads the team with 15 points per game. He'll shoot the ball 14 times from the field each night. Hartwig, the clear spotlight player for the Lancaster Legends.
He's also a lefty, too, and lefties at the guard position, you have to use that advantage. Players are not used to guarding a lefty. Hartwig can take it to the basket all the way from the left.
Let's get to our team objectives for tonight, starting with the visitors, the Orchard Park Quakers. Key number 1, Coach Cauley. Number 1, convert in the paint.
It's a very big team. They've got to be basket-oriented on each possession. Try to get as many easy ones as possible.
The second objective for the Quakers, hustle back in transition.
If they can limit transition buckets from the Legends, the advantage goes to the Quakers. Stop the ball, get back, and guard the house.
For the Lancaster Legends, objective number 1, value the basketball.
This has been an ongoing theme here. When the Legends take care of the basketball, they seem to play very well. They're going to have to value every possession today.
When we return on BTPM's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College, it's the Denny's tip-off between the Orchard Park Quakers and the Lancaster Legends. It's boys high school basketball on BTPM's Friday Night Lights.
At Villa Maria College, opportunity is endless. And the Vikings are making moves on the field, in the classroom, and all throughout Western New York. Schedule your visit at visit.villa.edu.
BTPM's Friday Night Lights, in partnership with Section 6, is presented by Villa Maria College, Western New York's home for innovative programs and unmatched support. Jack Kreuzer, PJ Cauley with you for BTPM's Friday Night Lights. Once again, the penultimate game of the regular season. This is Section 6 boys basketball. The tip is the Orchard Park Quakers in their traveling black uniforms, working left to right in the opening quarter. A quick paint touch into the low post for Brody Monaco. Swung around the horn, and a deflection ends in the hands of Braden Klinger, and the Legends take it the other way. To our left, it is Carter Matrowitz who gets right to the rack and gives the Legends.
There's the transition you talked about. Lancaster coming out in a 3-2 zone. They got off and running. That's their strength.
Starting lineup for the Quakers: Max Mancabelli, Weston Cummings, Finn Taberski, Connor Valaquette, and Brody Monaco numerically. Out of bounds at the baseline on the far side off of a Legend. Connor Valaquette, one of 3 senior captains for the Quakers. Inbounds, corner 3 for Cummings is strong. Offensive rebound and the putback good for Finn Taberski.
Yeah, nice job by Taberski there, but the Legends didn't clean up the basket there with a block out. Cost them 2.
6'4", Finn Taberski easily ties the game at 2. Mid-range jumper from the near wing for Matrowitz is strong. Offensive rebound miss from the far side, and Brody Monaco gets the board for the Quakers. Quickly ahead, Cummings, ready layup strong, and it's rebounded by Ryan Hartwig of Lancaster. Hartwig, running floater with the left from the right side is strong. Off the window, he gets his own miss. At the free throw line, he spins it out for Ryan Smith. Step back Jay from the right side beyond the arc is strong. Rebound below the basket for Cummings of the Quakers.
Legends got to show a little more patience and try to get to the basket first themselves.
Cummings resets the offense for Orchard Park, slowed down in transition. In the corner, Valaquette drives baseline. His pass to Cummings in the paint is deflected. Lancaster keeps it in with Smith, but he throws it back to the paint. Valaquette steals it for the Quakers. His turnaround jumper at the low right block is short, but a foul called on Lancaster.
Smith showing good hustle there, but don't save the ball at your own basket there. Gave number 11, the senior, Connor Valaquette, coming off a season high against East Aurora and earlier in December, 2 free throw opportunities.
Braden Klinger charged his first personal, first of the night for the Legends. Valaquette misses the first around the rim and out to the right. Connor Valaquette, another one of those gritty players for Coach Chris Frankowski, who's had success against the Lancaster Legends since he took over the program 8 years ago. Second free throw is good for Valaquette. 3-2 lead for the Quakers, their first in this opening quarter, not 2 minutes in. Right corner, the Legends in their home white uniforms. Zach Harrington turns it over at the baseline. Here comes Cummings the other way. A pass to the low left block. Mancabelli's layup is strong. Defensive rebound for Klinger, who high points the ball, and a jump ball called with Valaquette reaching in.
That's what Klinger provides for the Legends. He's a physical player that can rebound with this very big Orchard Park club. Little pressure here from the Quakers, trying to disturb the Legends.
2-2-1 full court pickup for OP. Hartwig angles left, flips it with his left to the right side. Harrington with it on the right wing. To the elbow for Klinger. Outside Harrington, right side. Pump fake, stutter step, keeps it on the ground. Enters the paint, deflects off of Valaket, and a foul is called. Starting 5 for Lancaster, Ryan Hartwig. The 6-foot junior guard Ryan Smith leads the team in threes. Braden Klinger, Carter Machowitz, and Zach Harrington.
All Lancaster Legends football players, but only Klinger is a senior. So again, young team here. Ryan Hartwig looks like he got dinged up a little bit. He'll be all right.
They go up against the Quakers, who their entire starting 5 are all 3-year varsity players, mostly seniors. Entering the paint, Monaco gets a rebound against Klinger. Another miss for the Legends, deflects all the way in front of the OP bench on the right side.
Good hustle, good hustle underneath for Klinger there, keeping those balls alive. That's his job for the Legends.
3-2 the lead for OP, 5:15 to go in the first quarter. Lancaster's Hartwig tries the pick and roll with Harrington, out of bounds at the baseline.
So already we've seen some of the keys that you talked about. Lancaster turned the ball over, both trying to get something at the basket, but they must be much cleaner to get into the fourth quarter with a chance.
The Quakers turn it over atop the key. Hartwig with a running finger roll. Looked like the lefty wanted to throw that one down. He's got the bandage over his left shoulder. Perhaps that's what held him back from a throwdown on the breakout. Inside pass, Monaco lays it in for 2.
Good job by the Quakers coming back after that basket and getting an easy one themselves.
Do you think Hartwig has a dunk in his basket?
I think he's much better off trying to lay it in right now.
5-4, Orchard Park the lead, approaching the halfway point of the opening quarter. Pass to the far corner, Hartwig wisely throws it off of Valaket and out of bounds. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated and by Mr. Goodbar, your game day headquarters on Elmwood Avenue. YouTube broadcast brought to you by Mr. Goodbar. Baseline on the left side. It is inbounded by Machowitz to the near corner. Harrington guarded tightly by Monaco beyond the arc. Bounce pass into the paint. Smith recovers the loose ball. Tries to get it down low for Klinger. He goes up for the layup with the left and is fouled.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest possession, but the Legends did get it to the basket. Braden Klinger, who's considering both St. John Fisher and Ithaca College to play football at, as he moves forward, will go to the line.
First foul on Brody Monaco, the second against the Quakers. Klinger makes the first. Named to our all Friday Night Lights football team this fall. Braden Klinger, the star defensive end for PJ Cauley's Lancaster Legends defense.
The black shirts.
In practice, you guys wear the black jerseys.
That's what we are.
Quakers in the black shirts tonight. They've got it in the offensive zone. Quick pass from Cummings, and he finds Monaco for the and one bucket.
Love the patience by the Quakers there. Monaco does a nice job getting position. He's only listed at 6'2", but he gets good position with all these big players there. But there's an example of the maturity you mentioned, Jack. Extra pass by the Quakers. Give up a good for a great.
They did that a lot on Wednesday against Jamestown, but there were certain slips in their game where the Quakers weren't hustling back on defense or converting in the paint despite getting good looks. It led to a 62-47 loss.
You got to work at converting in the paint, but that's not typical of a Chris Frankowski team, not hustling back. I'm sure he had something to say about that during practice the last couple days.
A miss on the free throw from Monaco. Then Smith turns it over, and then he rejects Mankabelli's layup from the right side. Here come the Legends down the near wing. Hartwig flips it atop the key for Ben Budzinski off the bench. Baseline drive, layup good. Machowitz from the baseline on the right side.
Keep an eye on Carter Machowitz, three-sport athlete for the Legends. He's gaining confidence, and he's got another year here at this school.
7-7 tie, past the halfway point of the opening frame. Jump stop in the lane for Mankabelli, into the corner for Cummings of OP, and a foul is called as he enters the three-point line from the far side. First time we get a chance to say hello to Chris Kustra, the official, joined by Bill Gorman on the whistle tonight. Connor Valaket to inbound.
Real good officials here for this ball game.
ECIC I divisional clash in boys hoops. Glad you could be with us. Mankabelli swings it to the far corner. Justice Niver off the bench for Orchard Park. Travels tied at 7. The Legends get the ball with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. BTPM's Friday Night Lights, supported by Denny's, America's Diner, is always open, and by Brighton Liquor and Wine at 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda. Right wing, Budzinski steps in. It's a deep 2, strong offensive rebound. No good on the right side. Monaco the rebound, and he jumps without passing the basketball. A travel against the Quakers. Careless turnovers from both teams so far.
Yeah, both teams got to clean that up. But that was the value there the Legends showed of just mirroring the ball on that rebounder. Caused Monaco to have a little hiccup there.
Matrowitz inbounds to Smith on the near wing. Up top, open 3 for Hartwig. Leaves it short. Off the iron to the three-point line. Mankabelli gets the board. The third-year varsity starter, Max Mankabelli, swings it back for his classmate, Connor Valaket. To Mankabelli, front court left. Floats it into the corner. Cummings drives baseline on Klinger. Reverse layup, no, but a foul.
Braden Klinger a little bit astonished on that call, but the ball got deep to the basket and he wasn't completely square. That's 2. He's done a good job so far for the Legends. We'll see how Craig Krempa manages that foul situation.
Timeout called on the floor by the Lancaster Legends, Craig Krempa. Let's take a look at Class AA, the Orchard Park Quakers. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, yet to win a sectional title under Coach Frankowski, yet to win a sectional title in their program's history. On YouTube and BTPM Create, we see the full 16-team standings currently in Class AA. The top 4 seeds get a bye to the sectional quarterfinal. Orchard Park sits second behind Sweet Home.
When you look at that, Orchard Park jumps out at me as a team that'll really have an opportunity. However, it's not going to be easy. You know, many of these teams' records are what they are because they're playing against one another, you know, and there's some outstanding players. If you got to play Lockport and play against Charlie Croft, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, Coach Frankowski told me earlier today on the phone that there's a lot of teams in Class AA that may not be as deep as Orchard Park, but could beat the Quakers with one player. You think Kenmore West, Harlem, Brannon. You think Charlie Croft with Lockport. And then there's a team like Sweet Home ahead of them in the standings who are maybe just as deep.
Yeah, that's a deep athletic team. Not quite as big as Coach Frankowski's team, but a deep athletic team that's gaining confidence.
Weston Cummings goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line after the timeout. 9-7 Orchard Park. 2.5 to go in the first. Ryan Smith, the transfer from Bishop Timon. Last year, 7 games played for Coach Jason Rowe's Tigers. And a pass ahead for Hartwig. Too far ahead of him. Objective number 1, value the basketball. Another turnover on Lancaster.
And that was schematically, give credit to Coach Krempa. That was beautiful schematically. They got Hartwig free from Mankabelli, just couldn't convert.
Orchard Park looks to add on to their 2-point advantage. Atop the key, Justice Niver, 6-man off the bench at 6'4" on the roster. Niver atop the key, high pass inside the paint. Monaco turns through traffic with Smith on him, and he draws a foul instead on Connor Reichmuth, who comes in and gets his first foul.
Yeah, again, what the Quakers are doing a very good job of is they're not staying content against the zone on the perimeter. They've gotten inside on every half-court possession.
5 team fouls on the Lancaster Legends so far in this opening quarter. Still 2:06 to go. This is the 4th trip OP's had at the stripe.
And that foul trouble is a factor here.
Monaco goes 1 for 2, hitting the second. 10-7 lead for the Quakers. Largest lead of the night, believe it or not. 3 points. Still in the early goings, under 2 to go in the first. Near corner, Smith couldn't handle the pass. Gets rid of it for Hartwig. The lefty dribbles with the right, kicks to the corner. Smith guarded tightly by Cummings. 10 to shoot, drives baseline, gives it up. Mid-range Jay Harrington, strong off the heel. Smith the board in the paint, goes right at it with the right-handed floater off the heel of the rim. Recorded by Cummings, and here come the Quakers in transition. 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Mankabelli right to the paint, running floater, that is good. Max Machiavelli's on the board with his first points of the night.
Max Machiavelli, one of the top all-around athletes in all of Section 6, maybe New York State, with a nice floater there.
Has to guard the top scorer on the other side as well, as he's matched up with Hartwig of the Legends. 12-7 the lead for OP. Down the right line. Reichmuth running floater over 6'4" Niver. Finish good for Reichmuth.
Nice job by Reichmuth coming in off the bench.
Corner three, good for Orchard Park's Finn Taberski.
The Legends are tardy getting to the corner in that 3-2 zone. That's an area you can violate. Either your bottom's got to rotate up, down, over, or your top's got to rotate down.
6-point lead for the Quakers. Lancaster looks to cut into it, kniving through the lane. Pass for Reichmuth, floater strong. Offensive rebound and a rejection on Harrington's putback as Niver sends it to the back wall.
Harrington is a sophomore for the Legends, who again is another guy gaining confidence, but experiences growing pains out there as well.
30 seconds to go in the quarter, shot clock off. Reichmuth right wing for Hartwig. Guarded by Niver, it's a mismatch. Hartwig's three is short, an air ball may have been deflected. Machiavelli sends it the length of the floor. Cummings down low, Niver. Extra pass, Monaco lays it in.
They really understand that concept of the extra pass. Nice job by the Quakers.
5 seconds to go in the quarter. Hartwig with it. Drives and kicks. Corner three, Matrowitz splash! A huge bucket for the Legends as the buzzer sounds to end the first quarter. 17-12. The Quakers take a 5-point lead into the break. This is BTPM's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Listen to BTPM Classical wherever you are on the BTPM Listen app. Find it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Listen to BTPM NPR wherever you are on the BTPM Listen app. Find it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Listen to Buffalo Toronto Public Media The Bridge wherever you are. Search for the BTPM Listen app on all your devices.
Buffalo Toronto Public Media has new and innovative ways to generate revenue for your business. We have a robust menu of digital features that can help your business grow. Contact Bill Sauer at 716-845-7000.
Around Western New York, brought to you by the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. The Fredonia Hillbillies lost earlier this week to the Dunkirk Marauders, 70-62 in boys hoops on Tuesday. Also Tuesday night, Frewsburg girls with a big win over Orchard Park, 62-55. And last night, the Lockport Lions with a big win in Class AA over the Newport Lancers, 63-52, the final there.
I'm going to tell you who's good. Frewsburg's girls team is very good.
Won a state title last year.
Very good. I love the way they play.
Orchard Park with the ball, boys hoops to start the second quarter, leading 17-12. Pass at the baseline, tipped by Reichmuth. It's recovered on the near side and stolen away by Hartwig. Here comes the Legend point guard through two, got it and one. A tough bucket from Ryan Hartwig.
He is a competitor. He's gonna compete. No question about it. He goes hard there, draws the foul, bringing the Legends a little closer here as we start this second quarter.
17-14, Hartwig cuts into the deficit for the hometown Lancaster Legends. Facing the basket to our left with the Legend and Lancaster spelled out behind the basket. He misses it strong off the heel. Offensive rebound, floater in the lane, good. Carter Matrowitz gets two more for the Legends. He's got 6 in the opening half.
Now the Legends go to a 2-3, maybe to combat that corner attack, but there it is, inside and down. The low-high, or high-low there, excuse me, for the Quakers.
Monaco gets the bucket from the low right block.
He's been the recipient of all those passes. He's in position. 9
points for Monaco so far. The Quakers with a 19-16 lead a minute into the second. Fadeaway J near wing, strong from Reichmuth. Put back a miss from Harrington, out of bounds, and the Quakers get the ball.
A little bit quick there by Reichmuth. Got to get some ball movement, got to get it inside out. I love the answer that the Quakers had as that little run by the Legends. They get it right to the basket. Good coaching, Coach Frankowski.
In the first meeting between these two on January the 23rd, Orchard Park dominated the first half. They were up 32-15 after one. Lancaster, much improvement since then in tonight's rematch. In the corner, Niver gets it inside for Monaco. Back out, Niver's three from the corner, strong. Offensive rebound, Valaquette. Through the lane, he is rejected by the outstretched arm of 6'4" Carter Matrowitz. At the baseline it goes. Substitution for Lancaster. Smith comes back on the floor to give Matrowitz a breather.
Little bit better job defensively by Legends, but you got to finish the possession by blocking out and rebounding the basketball.
Ryan Hartwig, the lefty junior guard, he had 6 games of 10-plus points this season, and he scored 9 in their last 2 outings. The difference in their back-to-back losses, a turnover offensively, and the Quakers come away with it. Near wing, Niver, stutter step, kick to the corner, 3 for Valaquette, strong. Off the window, put back from Niver is short. Smith, the rebound for Lancaster. Near wing, Hartwig slows it down. The Quakers get back. Hartwig running floater with the left. Wow. Nothing but nylon.
Nice use of the hesitation there by Hartwig and got it high off the glass.
19-18, the Quakers with a 1-point lead. Pass inside to Valaquette. Tight defense from Ashton Sikora. He has it poked away from him. Now Orchard Park in the paint. Turnaround J for Cummings is strong. Gets his own miss in the paint. Monaco there, and a foul called below the basket.
Believe that's going to go to Zach Harrington. Yeah, referee Bill Gorman has him on a reach there. Again, a little bit better at closing those gaps by Lancaster, but you got to finish the plays, rebound the basketball.
Just a sophomore, Zach Harrington. He had 11 points, 5 boards in the first meeting with OP.
He is going to keep coming.
Mancabelli knocks down a triple for the Quakers. And just like that, it's 22-18 and a 2-possession lead for OP. 5.5 to go in the first half.
Impressed with the maturity of this OP basketball club.
Atop the key, Hartwig is fouled well away from the basket by Monaco. You mentioned the maturity from Orchard Park. They erased almost what was a really bad start on Wednesday against Jamestown when they were trailing by 17 after the first quarter. They've had that a couple times this season, and then they fought back to make it a 3-point game in the start of the third quarter. Tonight, they've been even with Lancaster from the tip.
Well, it's always a tough game in division with these two schools, especially for Orchard Park when you come to the Lancaster gym.
Lancaster, possession front court right. Harrington, high pressure from the Quakers. Hartwig spins, Circus shot through the lane, he misses it short. Orchard Park the rebound, quickly ahead. Taberski rejected inside. Another putback good from Cummings.
Good hustle by Cummings. No rotate back by the Legends. Quakers off and running.
6-point lead regained by Orchard Park. Matches their largest of the night, 24-18. This a rematch of the 2020 sectional final, won by the Lancaster Legends. Smith had nothing doing front court right, and second-year head coach Craig Krempa calls timeout for Lancaster. So it was 2020. It's the last sectional title for the Lancaster Legends. Their third in their program's history. A Class AA sectional title. They beat Orchard Park in that game at Buff State 49-40. A lot of coaching changes since then around Western New York and even here at Lancaster. What have you seen so far from Coach Craig Krempa?
Well, I really like a lot of the things that they're doing. It's just cleaning up the details of the game for the Legends right now. And remember, most of the players they're playing are underclassmen. So when you have that, you'll experience those things. They have to understand the value of being complete in everything that you do.
Friday Night Lights on BTPM is supported by our members and by SEI. More information at SEIC.com. The Legends out of the team called timeout. Set up offensively, attacking the rim to our left. Matrowitz, pass inside, a kick ball will keep the possession alive for Lancaster in what would have been a turnover.
Yeah, there you see it. There's the details there. There's the cohesiveness that they have to develop. Got a little break there on the kick.
Matrowitz on the baseline. Inbounds to the low left block, Smith. Back to Matrowitz, corner three, air ball short. Offensive rebound, however, tracked down below the basket by Tyler Morong. And a foul called against Lancaster after a turnover.
Valaket made the play there. He's a hustler for Coach Frankowski. Physical player, plays hard, gets on the floor for loose balls.
Harrington picks up his second for Lancaster, team second as well.
Back to the 3-2 for the Legends.
Valaket around the horn, corner three, Mankabelli left it short. Rebound tips into the hands of Niver. He tries to bring it back out and does successfully for OP with the shot clock reset. Bounce pass into the paint. Patience and the lay good for Weston Cummings.
There's some maturity right there, Weston Cummings. But again, second chance opportunities for the Quakers. Lancaster must clean that up or it's going to be a tough night.
Smith with a nifty move outside the arc for Lancaster the other way. Foul called before the shot as Valaket picks up his second against OP. 8-point lead for the Quakers, 26-18 with 3:41 to go in the first half.
Connor Reichmuth re-enters the ball game, as does Brody Monaco for the Quakers.
Hartwig to inbound, standing on the A of Lancaster at the baseline. Looks inside, finds the runner through the lane. Connor Reichmuth gets it and one.
And a foul from behind. Good execution and good patience. Reichmuth started that as a screener. Screeners are scorers. Screen and show yourself to the ball. Nice execution there.
That was good communication from Hartwig as well. He called it out.
Remember, the first time these two teams played, Orchard Park scored almost 90 points. Okay, you're on a much more reasonable pace here for Lancaster if you want to stay in this game.
Right side, Hartwig out to the three-point land. Shot strong from Matrowitz, and the rebound, Orchard Park. Mankabelli flips it. Taberski thought about a three, dumps it inside, and the layup good for Monaco.
Nice find by Finn Taberski, but again, basket mentality for the Quakers.
11 points for Brody Monaco in the opening half. The Quakers with a 28-20 lead. Hartwig through the lane. His floater with the left is short. Through contact, no foul. Smith, heavy pressure on Mankabelli, and a foul is called.
Needless one. Some 80 feet from the basket there. Ryan Smith, a little too aggressive there. That's his second now. Critical 3 minutes, especially for Lancaster here. 8-point OP lead. They want to keep this in single digits as they go to the locker room.
Ryan Smith picks up his second personal foul. He's yet to score tonight, averaging 14 a game, and he's only had 2 games played this season without scoring 10-plus points. You can sense some frustration in his game.
Yeah, but he's going to have to show some maturity there and stay within the team concept here if the Legends are to claw back.
Niver to the corner. Three from the wing for Mankabelli is strong. Rebound tips inside the paint, recovered by Lancaster. Hartwig, the southpaw to the corner, takes a peek, cuts to the basket, no-look pass, near arc three, off the heel from Harrington, and the rebound for Taberski of OP. Quickly ahead, Hofstetter to the rack, righty layup strong. Rebound for Smith. 3-on-2 break for the Legends the other way. Smith takes it himself, step around the defender, rejected by Taberski. Niver the other way, around Reichmuth, his layup good, and the foul.
There you go. Several chances for Lancaster to convert. What's the result? Number 21, Justice Niver, all the way to the basket and a chance for a three-point play.
4 Lancaster Legends now have 2 personal fouls in this opening half. It's the 4th against the Legends this quarter, with Reichmuth picking up his second. Niver sinks the and one for Orchard Park, his first field goal of the game. A big shift in momentum. Largest lead of the night, 11 points for the Quakers, up 31-20 with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Front court right, Ryan Smith dances his blue and yellow shoes beneath his white, red and black Lancaster uniform, gives it up. Hartwig back to Smith. NBA range triple off the rim to the right. Rebound tips and Mankabelli corrals it for OP. Stutter step, no look pass, down low. Niver lays it in.
Too easy here. Orchard Park getting some offensive rhythm.
On Wednesday, the reason OP couldn't find offensive rhythm was the man-to-man full court pickup from Jamestown. Lancaster has allowed OP to get all the way to the three-point line before picking them up.
The time and space is much different than they experienced Wednesday night.
Reichmuth inside for Lancaster. Out of bounds off of the Quakers at the low right block. 1:18 to go in the first half. Legends to inbound, trailing by 13. Reichmuth backs down on Niver. Finds Matrowitz outside, running floater from the free throw line is strong. Rebound for Taberski. Lanky is the 6'4" senior Finn Taberski. Down the near wing, cutting baseline. Hofstetter denied. Gives it up, Mankabelli. Jump stop through the lane. Got tied up, got rid of it in time. Left wing three, Taberski strong. Rebound Hartwig of Lancaster. 50 seconds to go in the half. Down by 13, a bucket, a necessity here for the Legends. Hartwig, free throw line. Reichmuth with space, floater good.
That was the one they needed right there. They took their time. They made sure they had something near the basket. And Hartwig finds Reichmuth for the easy two. Now they got to get a stop with 1 second different.
Mankabelli through the lane, passes down low, left block. Niver misses the layup, and a rebound for Lancaster with 20 seconds to go. Smith left wing, takes a peek, wants to find his point guard. Instead, he'll run the point. Smith inside the paint, 10 seconds to go. Running jumper strong, offensive rebound, and the putback good for Matrowitz. 3 seconds to go in the half. At the right arc, a long three from Zach Kloffer is off the mark, and the lead remains 9 for the Quakers at the break. 33-24 the score in favor of the Orchard Park Quakers at the half. BTPM's Friday Night Lights, in partnership with Section 6, is presented by Villa Maria College, Western New York's home for innovative programs and unmatched support. Friday Night Lights is supported by our members and by the WNED Foundation Incorporated, and by Mr. Goodbar, your game day headquarters on Elmwood Avenue, and by Denny's, America's Diner is always open, and by Brighton Liquor and Wine, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda, and by SEI. More information at SEIC.com. When we return, the SEI halftime show coming your way next on BTPM's Friday Night Lights.
Visit Villa Maria College and discover what it means to be a Viking. Come see the energy, teamwork, and pride that makes the Villa Vikings unstoppable. Schedule your tour at visit.villa.edu.
Listen to Buffalo Toronto Public Media The Bridge wherever you are. Search for the BTPM Listen app on all your devices.
The learning and engagement projects from Buffalo Toronto Public Media impact our community by entertaining and informing.
Families are engaged, adults, grandparents.
They reach students and children.
There's something there for everybody.
They provide educators with material that is up to date, that is informative, and that really ignites curiosity in our students that is so crucial to creating lifelong learners.
Or if it's just a really well done piece of content.
Exactly.
They're exciting, they're engaging, and they are so educational.
Wow!
But the thing that is so great is their accessibility. You can have a phone, a desktop computer.
Or you find it on your tablet or you find it on television.
And there they are.
Helping families to do what they want to do for their children and for their future here in Western New York. It makes our community a better and stronger place because of it.
Listen to BTPM Classical wherever you are on the BTPM Listen app. Find it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
A well-crafted will or estate plan speaks volumes about your hopes and dreams for the future. It also ensures that what you've worked a lifetime for is distributed according to your wishes. As Buffalo Toronto Public Media looks to our future, we would be honored to share your legacy and ensure that quality public broadcasting is here for future generations. Please contact me, Lisa Latrovato, at 716-845-7031 for more information.
Listen to BTPM NPR wherever you are on the BTPM Listen app. Find it in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
Visit.
We're having a great time at Lancaster High School, the home of the Legends with little ECIC over the speakers.
Ooh.
Does this take you back, Coach?
Oh, discos, baby. You didn't know that era, Jack.
I went to the world's largest disco this year, first time. What a party. Wow.
Great party.
Welcome to the SEI Halftime Show on BTPM's Friday Night Lights. Jack Kreuzer, PJ Cauley, welcome courtside on Friday Night Lights. It's a 33-24 lead for the Orchard Park Quakers over the Lancaster Legends at halftime. What has been the biggest factor for Orchard Park so far?
The ability to get the ball to the basket and then rebound the basketball and get second chance opportunities. That's what's really hurt Lancaster, is Orchard Park's ability to do that, and the maturity of Orchard Park, not settling for a good shot when they feel like they can get a great one.
We'll get you the leading scores from the first half in just a moment. But first, our across-campus player of the week. This week from Lancaster High School is Stephanie Couchman. The Lancaster High School senior has been a leader on both the indoor and outdoor track and field teams for the past several years, both based off of her athletic performances as well as her positivity within event groups. She's helped to build teammates within the sport, helping to get the most out of them. Stephanie is also one of the top golfers in the area. Her current GPA on top of that is 104%, and she's currently ranked #1 in her class of 386 students, named valedictorian of the class of 2026. I talked to Stephanie before tonight's game. She said, "Yeah, I'm going to study something very basic like neuroscience at the collegiate level."
Things that we can't even pronounce nor spell, but wow, what an impressive young lady.
Our Scholar Athletes of the Week, first from the Orchard Park Quakers, is their senior guard, Weston Cummings, a 3-year varsity basketball player. Weston was elected by his teammates as a captain for this season. He's the epitome of the term student athlete, says Coach Chris Frankowski, as he carries a 98 grade point average, is a member of the National Honor Society, is currently enrolled in 4 AP courses, and has taken 8 of them over his last 2 academic years. And all on top of that, Weston Cummings is a very successful player on the varsity lacrosse team as well.
You can see the maturity, the way he carries himself. Quality young man.
And our Scholar Athlete from Lancaster High School, just a sophomore, number 23, Zach Harrington. Zach takes on whatever role is asked of him and has a great relationship with his teammates, says AD Eric Rupp. Last quarter, he had a 97 grade point average and is a Project Lead the Way officer, is in the Culture, Climate, and Inclusivity Club, and is the youth volunteer program at the Lancaster Youth Bureau.
He's a heck of a kid, and I'm going to tell you what, keep his name on your radar. Only a sophomore. He's going to be outstanding on the football field for us next year, and also on the basketball court as he progresses.
Finally, our alum of the week in Western New York is the standout from the University of Louisville from 2017 and 2020, class of 17 at the Park School in Buffalo, Jordan Nwora. One of the most successful ballers to come out of Western New York in the last decade, Nwora went on to rock the KFC Yum Center during his collegiate years at Louisville. He was named to the All-ACC first team in 1920. He was then selected with the 45th pick in the 2020 NBA draft. He won an NBA championship in 2021 with the Milwaukee Bucks and currently plays top professional league in Siberia. In Serbia, not Siberia.
Oh, man. You got dyslexia, Jack. That'd be a little bit different. Like, probably a little cooler in the gyms.
A little colder.
For Nwora, he's a heck of a player here.
He'd be used to it, given the winters in Buffalo.
Given our temperature lately, that would probably be fine.
Second half coming up after this on BTPM's Friday Night Lights.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
I'm Sarah Jane, and I'm on a mission to explore the wonders right in our own backyard with Compact Science, a YouTube series from BTPM PBS and the Buffalo Museum of Science. Together, we'll explore the physics of grain elevators, discover how Niagara Falls powers millions of homes, and learn how wings are science on a plate. If you're curious about the world around you, there's a lot to explore, and Compact Science will be your guide. Find us on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube channel.
Fill your afternoons with the arts, culture, science, and history of our region.
I think that in the city of Buffalo, there's not a place like Kleinhans Music Hall. It's a very unique place.
Here's another way to see potential and kinetic energy at work, using nothing more than popsicle sticks.
After the war, he believed there was a great future for Canadian young, and he wanted them to see the world and realize this was just a start for them. The rest was up to them.
Watch the best of our region's storytellers, Fridays and Saturdays at 3:30 p.m.
Want more PBS Kids?
Sounds great! The answer is yes! Ready for an adventure?
Then check out the PBS Kids 24/7 channel.
The whoosy, whoosy!
The PBS Kids 24/7 channel. On anytime you want. Afternoons, evenings, even weekends.
Wow! Woo! Can't stop this moon!
Watch on Spectrum 1276, Fios 473, or 17.3.
Welcome back to Lancaster High School. 33-24, the lead for the Orchard Park Quakers at halftime on the SEI halftime show. Leading scorers from the first half for the Quakers, Brody Monaco with 11 points. Behind him, Weston Cummings with 6, Mankabelli, Taberski, and Niver each with 5. For the Lancaster Legends, led in scoring by the junior Carter Matrowitz, he had 8. Then Hartwig and Reichmuth each with 6. Ryan Smith yet to score for the Lancaster Legends.
Yeah, Ryan Smith's got to remain patient, though. You're going to score when you get the proper shots. You know, we always mention, give up the good one for the great. The Quakers understand that. The Legends are still learning that.
A quick look at our team objectives. First for the Orchard Park Quakers, convert in the paint and hustle back in transition defense. On the flip side for the Lancaster Legends, value the basketball, and they've got to deny paint touches for the Legends as we begin the second half of action. 33-24, the lead for the Orchard Park Quakers. Lancaster, quick pass inside. Matrowitz misses the floater strong into the corner. It deflects out of bounds. A quick recap of the objectives. How do you think the teams are doing?
I think the Legends got to do a better job at the basket, both offensively and defensively. And when they've gotten out and run, they've been all right. Quakers done a pretty good job of that, of defending that.
Braden Klinger at the free throw line for Lancaster, working left to right in this second half. Outside on the far wing, Hartwig. Pump fakes the 3, guarded tightly by Monaco, gets rid of it to Smith. 9 on the shot clock. Smith, heavy dribble into the paint. Running layup is short, but a foul called, and Smith will go to the free throw line.
Now that was a nice job by Smith there, okay? That's what we were talking about. Get the kind of shots that yield scores. He got all the way to the basket and didn't fall away. He rather put his nose on the backboard. That's when you get rewarded. Seeing the ball go through on the free throw line may help his whole mental game right there.
Smith hits the second personal foul on Weston Cummings of Orchard Park. Smith, in the first meeting with OP, had 11 points, 4 boards, 2 steals as well. He misses the second free throw tonight, sitting on 1 point this evening, but he cuts the deficit down to 8 points. OP with the advantage on the scoreboard, attacking the rim to our left in their traveling black uniforms. The Quakers on the near corner. Up top, Taberski, deep 3, off front iron. Rebound grab by Monaco of the Quakers. Spins to his right, his putback is short. Gets another board and draws a foul on Klinger.
And it's his third, and Klinger has been the one guy who has competed really well on the glass. But right there, you have Brody Monaco just outworking everybody, and it yields Klinger's third foul.
Baseline inbound for the Quakers. Open 3 near corner, Cummings off front iron, rebound Klinger.
The Quakers like to do that. They attack the long corner on baseline out of bounds. Difficult to defend if you're guarding the basket heavy like you normally do in an out of bounds situation.
Smith picks up his dribble well beyond the arc. Valaquette's all over him, nearly forces a turnover. He passes it to Harrington, who's guarded tightly by Taberski, and a jump ball is called. Arrow with OP.
Too much dribble, not enough player movement in the Lancaster offense.
Mankabelli slows the pace down. He's wearing two different colored sneakers. Looks like baby blue and a yellow beneath the all-black jersey for OP. Pass to the corner to Taberski, and a travel called against Orchard
You're
Park.
always on top of the sneaker colors. There was a day where everybody in the team wore the same sneakers, but I'm dating myself, I know.
I only bring it up to give you the chance to say that every week.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that.
Anytime. Thanks for buying lunch the other day.
Yeah, you got it.
Left wing Harrington into the corner. 3 for Lancaster's Budzinski. Strong. Make that Matrowitz. Offensive rebound and the putback good for Ryan Smith.
We got a 6-point game here. Now, this is going to be a challenge. Every time Lancaster has punched, Orchard Park has responded near the basket.
Cummings gets to the rack. Oh, a nice reverse finish for Weston Cummings.
Great understanding. When I talk to Coach Frankowski about this game later on this week, I'm going to tell him that's a positive for your team. They understand how to get to the basket. Very important.
Smith gets around Cummings. Heavy bounce pass into the paint off a shoe of a Quaker. Monaco wipes off his white Nike. What shoes did the Sweet Home Panthers wear in 1983, 84?
Adidas Pro Models. Sweet.
Those, what, navy blue?
No, white and black.
Ooh, classic. Entry pass, Lancaster's Klinger, lefty layup from the right side is good.
There's another area Lancaster's done a good job, baseline out of bounds. Again, can they get a stop here? There it is.
They do. Hartwig the steal atop the key on the pass from Mankabelli to Valaquette beyond the arc, and a foul on Valaquette.
It was a good foul by Valaquette. He realized that Hartwig was going to go in and lay the ball in.
6 points the lead for OP, 35-29 with 5:37 to go in the third quarter. Substitution as Valaquette picks up his third personal foul for OP. Justice Niver, who had really solid minutes at the end of the first half.
Very good first half for Niver.
He's back in.
Man to man.
Hartwig, front court right. Gets a heavy screen from Klinger. His bounce pass to the low right block for Matrowitz is intercepted by Taberski. Mankabelli, no-look pass to his left, and it was a little too low for Brody Monaco. Out of bounds at the baseline. Legends ball.
Both teams have a little tough time with interior passing right there. Big possession here for the Legends. Only down 6, a little over 5 to go.
Smith crosses up on Cummings, takes him to the left. A nice move through the lane to get Hartwig in the corner. He gives it up for Matrowitz. Running floater through the lane is short from the left side. Rebound Taberski. Pushes it ahead. Mankabelli front court left. A tough dribble inside the paint. Swings it down low. Extra pass. Monaco lays it in off the dime from Cummings.
There's understanding right there. Looked like he's trapped. Use a little fake. Bounce pass for the layup.
Down Main Street, Hartwig's running floater around and out. He gets his own miss. Left side, Smith, 2 dribbles, running through the lane, rejected by Taberski.
Too much one-on-one for the Legends. Got to keep moving the basketball and moving those white jerseys against a tough Quaker team, quite tough defensively.
OP looking for a travel on Smith on that take, don't get it. Klinger. Baseline pass, Hartwig to the near corner, 3, Matrowitz short, offensive rebound, put back good. The Scholar athlete, Zach Harrington, lays it in, and it's a 6-point game again. 37-31, OP the lead over Lancaster, 4:20 to go in the third quarter. So if the playoffs started today, the Class AA boys basketball playoff bracket would have a lot to be determined with pre-quarterfinal matchups to set up the quarters. But the top 4 seeds will get a bye to the quarters. Right now, those top 4 in order are Sweet Home, Orchard Park, Williamsville North, and Lockport, which could set up a divisional game in the semifinal, potentially between Orchard Park and Williamsville North.
Again, teams very familiar with one another. And Williamsville North, they had a very under-the-radar addition to their team. Assistant coach Jeff Anastasia, longtime Olean coach, just a quality educator, quality basketball coach. And I know that Orchard Park has great respect for them. But when you look at those 4 teams, anything can happen in that situation.
Should be a fun time at Buffalo State University
Always
later
is.
this month and the start of March. Always the best time.
To figure out where we're going to go to dinner those nights, Jack.
Well, Elmwood's got a couple good spots, including Mr. Good Bar, your home
There you go.
for games on Elmwood Avenue. YouTube broadcast brought to you proudly by Mr. Good Bar. 4:20 to go in the third quarter, a 6-point lead for the Quakers.
Let's see what happens after the timeout. Did Chris Frankowski draw something up to get an easy one for his Quaker team?
Mankabelli, front court left to the corner. Taberski poked from behind by Harrington. Recovered by the Quakers. Monaco blocked inside. Niver follows it up and lays it in.
They just have so many people there that are long. They just keep attacking that offensive glass. Legends have not had a real good answer for that all night.
8 points, the lead back up for OP. Harrington, left wing beyond the arc. Pass up top for Klinger is slow. Taken away by Niver. Down the runway, and a whistle for a double dribble against Niver ends the chance for easy points.
Zach Harrington there. You don't throw that ball to Braden Klinger. You throw it away from the defense. Because it was to Braden Klinger, Niver was able to pick it off. He just double dribbled along the way.
Isn't that what Wayne Gretzky always said? Go to where the puck's going to be.
That's right, yeah. There
and
it is
another
again.
steal atop the key. This time Hartwig picks the defender's pocket right away. Corner three, Smith. An air ball strong. Put back on the weak side from Metrowitz is short. And the rebound for Niver of OP. Cummings dances around Smith. Dishes it. Low right block. Layup good. Brody Monaco.
Brody Monaco just brings his hard hat and lunchbox. You know, he's a worker around there. Just keep working around the basket.
3 minutes to go in the quarter. 10-point lead, Orchard Park. Right baseline, Hartwig's running floater with the left is good.
That's a tough shot going to your right by Ryan Hartwig.
41-33 Quakers. Mankabelli, right arc. In the corner, Taberski. Back to Mankabelli. Right mid-post, jumper strong. Rebound, Smith snatches it out of the air for Lancaster. I never had a lunchbox. Can you believe that? I was a brown bag guy.
It's amazing that you're so well adjusted.
Smith at the free throw line. Inbound pass. Layup good for Braden Klinger.
There's a lunch bucket guy right there for Lancaster. Lancaster has got to eliminate the easy catches in the paint area as they play this zone against Orchard Park.
Mankabelli enters the paint. Kick. Near wing three. Good! Finn Taberski's second trifecta of the night. It's a 44-35 lead.
Finn Taberski showing an all-around game here tonight. Inside, outside, rebound defense.
Taberski has been terrific all season for the Quakers, and his teammates cause a turnover on the defensive side as Lancaster throws it into the paint. Untouched, it goes to the baseline out of bounds. Finn Taberski was a Lancaster killer their first meeting. 22 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. He's only got 8 points so far tonight, but the scoring has been so well balanced for the Quakers.
So well balanced because they understand how to play. But look at, we got 2 minutes to go. What was Lancaster's goal? Let's get into the fourth quarter at home in one piece, see if we can steal one. Well, they're only down 9 right now. Need a couple stops and a couple scores going into the fourth.
Mankabelli. Taberski around the horn for Cummings. Low left block, Monaco. A heavy dribble right at Smith. Layup strong. Fights for the rebound. Monaco gets it. His putback from the right side is good.
Brody Monaco just a monster on the glass tonight.
Leads the team with 7 a game. He's got at least that this evening for the visiting Quakers.
He may have that just on the offensive end.
Foul in transition against Orchard Park. Weston Cummings picks up his 3rd. And a substitution. Mike Hofstetter comes in, and Cummings takes a break with 1:31 to go in the 3rd. And an 11-point Orchard Park lead. Hartwig to the corner. Wide open 3 on the near wing. Strong from Reichmuth. Below the basket, it is Monaco who gets the board. Outlet to the near wing for Mankabelli. Angles toward the middle, kicks to the near corner. 3 on the way, short from Taberski. Weak side rebound grabbed by Smith. Quickly ahead, Smith takes it himself. Oh, what a move, and the finish at the rack with the right hand for Smith, who went around the world for 2.
Yeah, Coast to coast there for Ryan Smith, all the way to the glass. Leads 9 again.
50 seconds to go in the quarter. Orchard Park, skip pass, near wing, Hofstetter over 2. The triple is short, out of bounds at the baseline to our left. 44 seconds to go in the third.
And in the last 2 possessions, Quakers uncharacteristically get away from getting the ball to the basket first, taking perimeter shots. That's what Lancaster wants to force. Now they got to convert on the other end here. 45 to go in the third.
46-37, the lead for OP, and they bring in John Mecca Jr., the 6'4 junior center, in the middle of the paint for the Quaker defense to match up with 6'4 Reichmuth. Hartwig kicks near wing. Smith gets around Mecca, but he draws a foul as Mecca stepped out with his knee to stop Smith. That's the 4th team foul against OP this quarter, first against Mecca.
Yeah, the Legends only have 1 foul, cleaning up that foul trouble from the first half.
Ryan Hartwig, 3rd-year varsity player. Top the key, inside the paint. He's rejected at the free throw line by Mecca Jr. Rebound recovered by the Lancaster Legends inside the paint. Harrington gets it and 1.
There's Zach Harrington getting to the basket and getting a foul.
Harrington found that ball pop right to him on the far wing, and there was a runway clear to the basket.
Hartwig got caught in the air, but the ball found Harrington.
Becca picks up his 2nd personal in the span of 30 seconds. Harrington at the free throw line, misses the free throw, but an offensive rebound for Smith. Put back rejected, and the rebound grabbed by Niver and a foul called.
Smith did a good job getting that rebound. He's a little frustrated, but he's falling away. It's hard to be consistent when you're falling away. Michael Jordan had the ability, but the rest of us mere mortals, you know, we've got to be going towards the target. And you never get any fouls called for you when you're falling away from the basket. 12 seconds. Let's see what this last shot looks like for the Quakers.
They're up 7. Mankabelli, crossover move, corner 3, Valaket, got it! A huge bucket as the 3rd quarter winds down. Half-court heave from Hartwig. Oh, he almost had it, just off to the right. A 10-point lead for Orchard Park after 3, 49-39. The Quakers the lead over the Legends. 4th quarter after this on BTPM's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
This is BTPM's Friday Night Lights on BTPM Create Spectrum Channel 1275, the BTPM YouTube channel, and on BTPM NPR, WBFO and WBFO HD1 Buffalo, WUBJ Jamestown, and WOLN Olean, a service of Buffalo Toronto Public Media Local Sports. Jack Kreuzer PJ Cauley with you from Lancaster High School, 49-39. The lead for the Orchard Park Quakers as we start the 4th quarter. Lancaster with the ball, down by 10. High pressure defense from 2 Quaker defenders. Lancaster gets rid of it. At the free throw line, the floater is good for Matrowitz.
Nice touch there and a good job of keeping his poise. Smith, trap coming out of that timeout, or start of the quarter by the Quakers.
Valaket from the near wing. Entry pass Cummings. Down low. Monaco lays it in.
Really the theme of the night is, why are the Quakers up 10? They're easily getting inside, you know, the Legends zone and getting quality shots at the basket.
Smith for Lancaster, front court right, handoff for Ryan Hartwig, sitting on 8 points tonight, well below his 15-point per game average. Atop the key, Matrowitz loses possession with Valaket hounding him. Matrowitz recovers, left wing. Smith with 6 to shoot, tries to step around a defender, called for a travel.
And he did. That was not a Euro, that was an Eastern Euro. You're a little bit too far.
Call that the Kiev.
Yeah, the Baltic Sea.
Inside the three-point line, make a belly jump stop, draws a foul.
He's done a wonderful job of that all night. He understands how important it is to get his 2 feet in the paint with the basketball. Zone converges around him, people are open, and Macabelli finds him.
Hartwig picks up his second personal, team's first of the fourth quarter for Lancaster. Entry pass deflects off of Klinger for Lancaster. OP's Cummings gets it. Jump ball tied up with the Quakers retaining possession. Connor Valaket to inbound. His younger brother Nolan had a great game for the JV Quakers before this game began. At the baseline, Valaket, kick to the corner. Taberski steps inside the line, throws to the free throw line. Macabelli recovers. Max Macabelli, drive and kick, corner. Cummings around 2 defenders at the baseline. His layup is good. Cummings, a perfect example of what OP has done all night.
Very much so, and they're looking to close this game that way.
53-41, the lead for the Quakers. 6:20 to go in the fourth. Hartwig, spin move at the left elbow, kick to the far wing. 3 for Smith, that is short. Rebound, Valaket of Orchard Park. Macabelli across the timeline, right down Main Street, and a pass at the last second, layup good for Monaco. What a dime for Max Macabelli.
There
and
he
a
is
timeout
again
for the Lancaster Legends with the largest lead of the night for Orchard Park, up 14 points with 6:04 to go in the fourth. Well, we did it with Class AA last quarter. Let's talk about if the playoffs started today. Class AAA in boys basketball, there's only 4 teams, so we would know the presumable matchups. Jamestown is the top team right now. They would play Lancaster in the semifinal, and Health Sciences and Niagara Falls would square off in the other semifinal. We will broadcast the championship game in Class AAA boys hoops on Friday, March 6th at 8 p.m. on BTPM PBS, BTPM NPR, and of course on the BTPM YouTube channel.
Well, no matter who gets through, it's going to be quality basketball. You know that much. Look forward to being a part of that one. And again, interesting because we only have the 4 teams.
They get an extended break, and I think that's why Lancaster added a game to their end of season schedule. February 19th is their last game played. It'll be a non-league game against West Seneca West here at 11 a.m. on a Saturday, just for one last prep.
Yeah, it's difficult when you have that break. You remember these guys started in early November, and they're used to going 6 days a week and getting their competitive situations, the games, the scrimmages. Then you go stop, and then, oh, by the way, we got to play a game. That means everything. So, yeah, getting that in, I think that's good scheduling by Coach Krempa.
14 points, the lead for Orchard Park, their largest tonight with 6 minutes to go.
Good call by Coach Frankowski. Little tempo pressure. Just make them take time off the clock when you're enjoying a 14-point lead.
Hartwig running floater through the lane, misses it. His putback is strong as well, and a rebound for Monaco, and Hartwig takes a hard hit to the ground as he was reaching in for the basketball. Hartwig picks up his 3rd personal foul. It's the 2nd against Lancaster this quarter. Hartwig clearly bruised up after the play, but he gets back up quickly, adjusts the headband.
Yeah, that happens with him. Then he gets back into it, puts a little dirt, rubs a little dirt on it.
He's got that wrist tape on the right wrist after an injury from the
shoulder
football
injury
season.
and a shoulder injury from football as well.
Outside, Hartwig smacks at it, gets Taberski to go back, and he forces a backcourt violation. Hartwig still shaken up, but he causes a defensive turnover.
The thing is with Ryan Hartwig is he plays so doggone hard, and he's selling out. His body is secondary to him, but it's been taking a beating through the fall and winter season.
Smith front court left for Lancaster. 5.5 to go in the fourth, down 14. Swings it to the space at the midcourt stripe to Hartwig, who comes to corral it away from Macabelli. Hartwig loses the ball as he entered the three-point line. OP the other way. Taberski through traffic, switches hands and finishes from the right side for 2.
Great catch. That ball was deflected. Finn Taberski makes the catch and the finish. 16 is the lead. Jinx.
Smith enters the paint. Oh, what a nifty move, but he can't finish with the right hand as he cradled the basketball. Klinger, the rebound, misses the putback. Hartwig and Harrington both back to corral ball at the half-court stripe. Hartwig running floater with the left, leaves it short from the left side. Rebound bounces off the hardwood, tipped ahead by Moncabelli. They find Valaquette all alone ahead. He lays it in for 2. Connor Valaquette gets his first field goal of the night with 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. An exclamation point, now up 18 for OP.
You know, that spurt ability there. And again, it's just showing maturity by one team. The Orchard Park Quakers, mostly seniors, okay? And the growth and development of Lancaster Legends, where you got mostly underclassmen, you know, especially when we get to to crunch time like we are. Advantage Quakers.
Orchard Park's upcoming schedule, 2 league games to round it out. It'll be a big one next week, Tuesday at Will North at 6:30 p.m. Then they'll take on Frontier for Senior Day on the 12th, and then wait for the Class AA playoff bracket to get figured out.
Well, you know, they do a lot of things well, the Quakers. They're well coached, they're cohesive, they get contributions from a lot of players, and they're very unselfish. That's difficult to overcome.
It's a nice whiteboard Chris Frankowski has. It's got his name
deluxe.
on it.
It's the deluxe.
He paid extra for that.
You gotta pay, like I did with my hip. You know, I got the exact replica of Bo Jackson in my left hip, you know, in his prime. So you do have to pay a little extra for that.
For the prime. Left arc 3 is left short by Ashton Sikora for Lancaster off the bench. OP the rebound, near side. Entry pass, Cummings down low. Monaco lays it in again.
I don't know how many points Brady Monaco has, but I know he hasn't taken a shot outside of 3 feet.
It's 23 points.
Yeah.
All
just,
layups
all
and one
just
free throw.
doing his job.
Yep.
Just doing his job.
That's a career high for the third-year varsity starter Brody Monaco, 23 tonight. He had a season-high 20 against Williamsville East earlier this season. 20 points is the lead for Orchard Park. He blossomed up over the course of this second half. Smith across the timeline, he gets hurt. Ball comes the other way. The Quakers lay it in with Cummings. 22 the lead, and Smith lies down to our right with his right leg in the air.
Might have landed awkwardly trying to get through that trap. You know, the Legends were right there, Jack. Late third quarter, you know, cut to the lead to 6 several times, but just not understanding quite shot selection and too easy in and around the paint.
Upcoming schedule for the Lancaster Legends. They'll be at Frontier on the 10th. They will host Will North on the 12th. And then, like we mentioned earlier, their non-league game 7 days later at home against West Seneca West will round out the regular season schedule before the Class AAA semifinals, which, of course, they get an automatic bid to, one of 4 teams in Class AAA.
Yeah, you know, they're gonna have to still grow and develop here as they move through those last 3 games and move towards the playoffs.
Around Western New York this week, some big finishes already and some terrific games going on right now and tomorrow. First, on the boys' side, Tapestry at Global Concepts tonight. This game underway. We'll try to get a scoring update for you on that one, as it's Tapestry 14-0, Global Concepts 12-2 in ECIC 5 play. They're both undefeated. Then tomorrow, the Lancaster girls are at Southwestern. Lancaster 11-5 overall, Southwestern 12-4. A non-league game again before the postseason. A great tune-up for both squads.
Excellent tune-up. You need those on your schedule. You know, and you need to see teams that play different styles because you don't know what the playoff bracket will show you.
Ryan Smith helped up, then he walks off the court under his own power and gets a round of applause from the Lancaster students in attendance. Under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 63-41 the lead for OP. Lancaster out of the break pass ahead. Carter Matrowitz, jumper from the left side, strong. Offensive rebound for Connor Reichmuth. Lancaster resets the offense. At this point, time for execution for Lancaster. See what you can do. Reichmuth gets the ball at the three-point line. Turnaround, squares up, misses the jumper short. Offensive rebound and a putback good for Matrowitz. That's a great set from the Legends.
Yeah, and Matrowitz has done a good job tonight here. He's had some shots that his shoulders get back and he's short, but he's made a lot of plays for the Legends tonight.
Now Lancaster sends the man-to-man defense out. Mancabelli near wing, gets around Hartwig. His layup is good. Max Mancabelli, just 7 points tonight. He's been so unselfish, he earned that one.
He doesn't have to score. He got one there. He doesn't, not that he doesn't look to score, he just has great understanding of team basketball.
Down the baseline to our right, Ashton Sikora misses the jumper strong. Rebound to the far wing. The three from Matrowitz is short, and a foul below the basket.
You know, when you have a young team, you know, a lot of times the season is we just missed. We're just this much short. We're just, okay, and that's what you see with Lancaster. In a lot of areas they're developing, but they're just not quite there yet.
Second-year head coach, and like you said, a lot of younger players.
Yeah,
they should get there over the next year.
We were right there. That happens when you have a young team. And they'll learn from playing this experienced Quaker team.
And you had it in the fall with the football team at Lancaster.
We did. We had a lot of inexperience. Now, we don't have that excuse next fall.
And neither do these boys basketball players
next year. They will not have that.
Monaco drives, kicks, near corner. Valaquette misses the triple strong. Rebound to the far wing, still bouncing off the floor. Harrington is out of bounds, and he grabbed the basketball.
Good hustle by Harrington there. He felt like he got grabbed a little bit there by number 30, Sam Uglow, but didn't get the call. Got to keep playing.
2.5 to go in the fourth. 65-43, the lead for OP. Mancabelli all the way to the rack, and he gets fouled up near his head. Hartwig was there.
See the athletic ability there. Mancabelli, a decathlete. All three of his brothers are collegiate decathletes. His father, Chuck, one of the top track coaches in the area. Always schooling the guys on that. That's what Max Mancabelli will also follow, looks like, as he moves to his senior year next year. You know, a track and field future at the collegiate level.
Mancabelli misses the first of 2 attempts at the stripe.
The other thing about all the Mancabellis, including Max, excellent young men and excellent students.
Mancabelli's winking his left eye. He got hit.
Got whacked.
But he makes the second free throw regardless. 8 points for Mancabelli, and the Quakers with a 66-43 lead. It has not been this way all night. Just a 10-point lead for OP when they entered this fourth quarter. Running floater, strong for Lancaster's Muhammad Harris off the bench. Right arc deep 2 for Connor Reichmuth is strong. And a defensive rebound for Monaco of the Quakers on a career night for the senior center. Unselfish pass down below the basket. Sam Uglow misses it strong, and a jump ball called on the rebound. Final 2 minutes, and the substitutions are emptied out for both benches. With 1:51 to go in the fourth, 66-43.
Mancabelli and Brody Monaco finally take a seat. I think they should get a little bit of rest. They both had high-quality nights for the Quakers.
Near wing, 3 on the way for Harrington, strong from Lancaster. That's been the story of the night. Lancaster all evening, never hit a 3-point shot.
And they've taken some. I don't know exactly how many they've taken, but they haven't. And again, Lancaster did a lot of positive things. It's just the ability to do things consistently well that did them in tonight.
And you feel if one of those many triple attempts had fallen when the game was within 8 points, 6
it
points.
Could have. They had their opportunity to get back in. They were not good enough defensively. They were not good enough rebounding. And their shot selection was, let's just say, a little bit questionable at times.
Inside the paint. Floater for Reichmuth is off into the left. Orchard Park the rebound. Quick pass ahead. Mike Hofstetter near wing. To the trailer, Tommy Gibson. Inside the paint, Hofstetter. A dribble to his left, turnaround, misses the shot, gets it, and puts it back in for two. Mike Hofstetter on the board. Timeout called by Lancaster. They want to get a couple substitutes in, and they will. Muhammad Harris checks back in with a minute to go in the fourth. Next week, we've got a terrific boys basketball game for you from Bishop Timon High School. The Canisius Crusaders will travel to Timon next Friday night at 7 p.m. We'll have the Monsignor Martin basketball clash between two of the always competitive teams in the MMA.
And two very well-coached teams. Canisius with Coach Kyle Husband and Jason Rowe at Timon. You know, in South Buffalo, the gym will be rocking next Friday night.
Layup for Tommy Gibson, good for OP. He's on the score sheet.
Tommy Gibson's father, Jimmy Gibson, was the coach at OP for many years, basketball and baseball.
I wonder how much conversation Coach Frankowski has with the former Coach Gibson.
I bet you some. Jimmy Gibson's a quality guy. He was a great coach for a long time. We always, when I was at Hamburg, whether we were in the same league, we would play. But if we weren't, we'd always play non-league games against Orchard Park. Great games, great atmospheres.
Tommy, just a sophomore, getting some minutes late. An offensive foul against Lancaster's Anthony Killinger. It's the fifth against the Legends, and the Quakers will get the ball. Offensive foul, so OP isn't shooting. 30 seconds to go in the game. OP 70, Lancaster 43. Shot clock off. OP wants to run a set. All the reason to do it. Landon Kirk, drive and kick. Front court right. Xavier Elam with a jumper.
You know, this it's going to end up almost a 30-point spread, but it was just 6 points late in the third quarter.
A drive inside for Lancaster, a miss on the shot, and the game clock will expire. 72-43, the final. Orchard Park wins it and sweeps the season series over the Lancaster Legends. 4 straight wins for OP over Lancaster over the last 2 seasons. Back-to-back series sweeps with a 72-43 win tonight. We will return and have words with Coach Chris Frankowski and our player of the game, Brody Monaco, after this on BTPM's Friday Night Lights, presented by Villa Maria College.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
Welcome back to the Villa Maria College postgame show on BTPM's Friday Night Lights. 72-43 the final. Orchard Park over Lancaster to sweep the season series over the Legends for the second straight season. Jack Kreuzer, PJ Cauley, joined by the victorious head coach Chris Frankowski and our player of the game, Brody Monaco. Gentlemen, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Coach Frankowski, you now moved to 15-3 on the season. Another game where you pull away in the fourth quarter. Take me through that final frame.
Yeah, you know what? We kind of talked about how in the first half, I don't think we started on the defensive floor, the end of the floor, the way that we wanted to. And so we try to kind of emphasize getting the first 6 out of the half. And, you know, we got it, but I don't think even the third quarter was where we wanted it. So we kind of had the same approach going into the fourth there that, you know, we really kind of lock down and rebound and get out and run and turn our defense into offense. And I think they did that at the end of the game, and that's why we were able to kind of extend it.
You know what really impresses me about your team is Lancaster played well for a long stretch in this game, every time that they punched, you punched back around the basket with your offensive attack there. Lots at the basket, and our guy right here was a monster on the boards. Was that part of the game plan, have a basket mentality, Coach?
Yeah, we always try to say get to the basket, get to the foul line. It opens things up for us, not settle for threes necessarily, and, you know, let them come to us, you know, pass up a good one for a great one. And, you know, for us to, if we can get the ball inside, penetrate baseline, and take easy shots, that'll help us. And this kid's amazing around the rim, which helps us.
Brody, a season-high 23 points for you tonight. What led to such a successful game? I can't hear you. Let's see. Just take that mic, put a little closer to your mouth here. Coach, would you mind? Sorry, we got to hear Brody's thoughts on the big
yeah, we got to hear from you, brother.
Honestly, just my teammates looking for me around the rim, driving to the lane, dumping it down low to me in my dunker spot where I'm supposed to be, and finishing the way up.
Yeah, you had 23, and we said just a little while ago you didn't take a shot beyond 3 feet. You really worked the basket area. You were able to get some offensive rebounds there as well. That's a key part of your game, isn't it?
Yeah, for the last couple games, we went lacking around the rebounds and stuff. So our goal this game was trying to get all the boards we can get with all of us charging, and then one of us in the back man on the defensive floor for a fast break, and it turned out to look good tonight.
Yeah, you did a great job. Very physical. Coach, as you move towards the end of the season and the playoffs, a lot of positives with your team. You're a veteran team. What's going to be the focus here as you finish up?
You know, it's now we got to get better. You know, we got to finish this thing strong. You know, we always talk about getting, you know, undefeated each week. We got 2 more league games we got to take care of next week to really lock up that seed for us, and then, you know, move to a little bit of a practice stretch here, which is huge, because then we can kind of keep improving and add some things and get ourselves ready, because Double A is going to be a bear for us.
You got Will North next week, Tuesday. Good luck in that one, and good luck in the postseason.
Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck, guys.
We'll be back on the Villa Maria College postgame show after this.
Brighton Wine and Liquor, located at 930 Brighton Avenue in Tonawanda, features wines from all over the world and expert curators who can help you select the right wine or spirit for your occasion. Brighton Wine and Liquor, 930 Brighton Road in Tonawanda.
Support for Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from SEI. SEI proudly supports the WNED Foundation, connecting communities through the Friday Night Lights tradition. More information at SEIC.com.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from Mr. Goodbar, your Elmwood Avenue home for football and more food, beverage, and atmosphere. At 1110 Elmwood Avenue in Buffalo, Mr. Goodbar, home of DJ Crespo's away game viewing parties.
Support for Buffalo Toronto Public Media's Friday Night Lights comes from our members and from your local Denny's. America's Diner is always open. Denny's salutes Section 6 student athletes, serving you with 18 locations throughout the region.
Welcome back to the home of the Lancaster Legends, Lancaster High School. 72-43 visitors, Orchard Park with the win tonight on BTPM's Friday Night Lights in partnership with Section 6, presented by Villa Maria College. Well, PJ, if you had to sum up tonight's game in just a few words for the Orchard Park Quakers, how would you describe it?
Maturity, understanding, and a basket mentality, both on the offensive side and not allowing that on the defensive side.
Simple as that. Orchard Park Quakers get to the basket, and they don't allow a three-point shot all night from the Lancaster Legends to fall. Orchard Park wins it and sweeps the season series to advance to 15-3 overall, 6-2 in league play. Lancaster drops to 7-10 overall, 1-7 in ECIC I play. Now, next week, we invite you to join us at 7 p.m. right here, wherever you may be joining us. BTPM Create, BTPM's YouTube, and BTPM NPR. We've got, well, what I consider the best game of the week next week between the Canisius Crusaders and the Bishop Timon Tigers in Monsignor Martin. Boys basketball action should be a fun one. Like we said in the fourth quarter, 2 great coaches, 2 great historic programs, always a fun night.
And it's in South Buffalo, so you know the Timon faithful are going to be there, and they're going to be ready to go. You talk, you know, Canisius Joe's is a rivalry, but Timon is every bit as much a rivalry.
If you're looking to see some of the high school basketball this area has to offer, tomorrow around Western New York, a great girls basketball game as the Lancaster girls basketball team travels to Southwestern for a matchup with the Trojans. That game tips off at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. We invite you to stick around for next week's game on BTPM. Friday Night Lights, the final score tonight, 72-43, Orchard Park the win. My thanks to our entire crew under the direction tonight of CJ Gates. Our executive producer is Pat Kelly. The VP of Digital Revenue Strategies is Bill Sauer. For PJ Cauley, this is Jack Kreuzer saying till next week, good night. I bid you adieu.